It's a puppy, isn't it?
Snow on a quiet American street, a department store glowing at night, a small furry creature blinking under fluorescent lights, wrapped like a Christmas present. This was the mid-'80s, and theaters stayed packed for months, when a movie opening meant standing in line and committing your whole evening. Gremlins felt playful, but it also felt wrong in a way audiences couldn't quite name. What nobody saw was how close it came to collapsing. Morally, physically, commercially. Sets overheated, puppets malfunctioned, careers nearly ended. One monologue almost destroyed the film. These are 19 weird, scorching facts about Gremlins that nobody noticed. Fact number 1, Gizmo was never supposed to be the soul of the movie. In early drafts written before home video exploded, the Mogwai turns evil and disappears halfway through the story. There was no moral anchor, no innocence. Studio readers felt uneasy, like the film had pulled a chair out from under them. During a script meeting held the old way, people in a room, coffee cooling, Steven Spielberg quietly intervened. He insisted one creature stay pure. That single demand rewired the entire film. Without it, Gremlins would have been remembered as clever, not beloved. Fact number 2, Gizmo's face caused weeks of panic. The first animatronic version malfunctioned constantly. Eyes rolled independently. Mouth twitched without command. Crew members joked it looked possessed, until children visiting the set started crying. This was before digital fixes. A broken puppet meant disaster. The effects team rebuilt Gizmo mid-production, burning through budget and sleep. Gentle face audiences bonded with Exist only because the first one terrified adults. Fact number 3, the puppets were physically punishing. Each gremlin weighed up to 30 pounds, stuffed with motors, rods, and wiring. Operators crouched under sets for 14-hour days, arms burning, fingers numb. During the bar scene, bodies were packed so tightly behind the counter that people couldn't straighten their backs. One technician passed out from heat. Cameras kept rolling. This was before mandatory breaks, before comfort coordinators. Pain was simply absorbed into the day. Fact number 4, Gizmo's voice came from exhaustion, not performance. Howie Mandel didn't read lines. He improvised sounds until his throat went raw. Recording sessions stretched late into the night, back when audio meant tape, not endless digital takes. Some of Gizmo's most fragile noises come from moments when Mandel could barely speak. That vulnerability wasn't planned. It leaked in because nobody stopped. Fact number 5, Kingston Falls wasn't a real town, but it was physically real. The streets were repurposed studio backlots used repeatedly in the 80s, back when sets were recycled instead of rendered. Snow machines soaked actors and crew in icy foam. Night shoots stretched until dawn. Heaters failed. Breath fogged between lines. The warmth on screen came from lighting and nostalgia, not comfort. Fact number 6, Stripes Mohawk almost didn't survive. Studio executives feared it felt too aggressive for a Christmas release. Punk culture was still raw, still confrontational. Director Joe Dante refused to soften it. He wanted a visual warning, evil you could spot instantly. The compromise was lighting. Stripe would often be half-shadowed, making the look feel deliberate rather than cartoonish. The risk became iconic. Fact number 7, the water rule nearly destroyed the effects department. Spraying puppets short-circuited motors. Sparks flew during early tests. One Mogwai rig began smoking under hot lights. Fire extinguishers sat just off camera. Today, that shuts down a set. In 1983, they wiped the puppet dry and tried again. The rule that defines the movie almost burned it down. Fact number 8, Billy Peltzer was almost recast mid-shoot. Early dailies showed stiffness, nerves visible on camera. Whispers circulated the old-fashioned way. Hallway conversations, phone calls after midnight. Then, a late shoot changed everything. A quiet reaction shot finally landed. Dante protected it in the edit. Momentum shifted. Zach Galligan kept his role because of one reel of film that felt honest. Fact number 9, the kitchen massacre used real weight. Knives were metal. Props insisted realism mattered more than comfort. During one take, a blade skidded inches from a hand. No padding, no retake safety nets. Everyone froze, then finished the shot. That tension didn't come from acting. It came from knowing mistakes hurt. Fact number 10, the swimming pool cocoon scene nearly earned the film an R rating. Test audiences reacted with discomfort. The imagery felt biological, invasive. Parents complained it crossed a line. Editors removed frames, single frames, to soften the transformation without losing dread. This was literal cutting, filmed through fingers, deciding which moments survived. The scene you know is the least disturbing version. Fact number 11, Christmas was not guaranteed. The studio pushed for a summer release, fearing darkness and dead trees would hurt sales, Dante fought to keep the holiday setting. He believed contrast mattered, warmth colliding with chaos. Back when movies played for months, a December release could dominate a season. The snow stayed, the unease stayed, the movie endured. Fact number 12. The theater scene was legally dangerous. Showing Snow White inside another film was unheard of. Lawyers warned of fallout. Permission arrived late and narrow. Dante shot alternate versions in case approval vanished. The cut audiences saw was the riskiest one. Gremlins laughing at a sacred Disney moment felt transgressive, and that discomfort landed exactly as intended. Fact number 13. Explosions burned hotter than allowed today. Miniatures used gasoline charges for scale. One blast scorched paint off a wall 10 feet away. Operators felt heat through gloves. Modern productions rely on air cannons and pixels. This one relied on fire, real fire, controlled by instinct and luck. Fact number 14. Mrs. Deagle's death went too far. Early cuts lingered. Impact, aftermath, silence. Test screenings shifted from laughter to unease. That silence terrified executives. Editors trimmed the scene until humor returned. The version audiences know sits on a knife edge. A few seconds longer and the film would have tipped into something cruel. Fact number 15. One monologue nearly killed the movie. Phoebe Cates delivers a story about discovering her father dead in a chimney dressed as Santa. The room froze during test screenings. Parents walked out. Studio orders came down to remove it entirely. Spielberg argued for restraint, not removal. Dante kept it, uncut, playing it straight. That scar remains, a reminder the film wasn't meant to be safe. Fact number 16. The Gremlins smelled unbearable. Latex, foam, sweat, oil. Bar scenes ran 14-hour days under baking lights. Actors gagged between takes. There were no fragrance rules, no ventilation mandates. Doors opened between setups. Shooting continued. The discomfort soaked into performances whether anyone wanted it or not. Fact number 17. Gizmo almost became the villain again during editing. Early cuts sidelined him for long stretches. Audience feedback felt hollow. Something was missing. Editors restored his presence. Reaction shots, quiet moments, without dialogue. The film found its heart in the edit room, splicing innocence back into chaos frame by frame. Fact number 18. Gremlins directly created PG-13. Complaints piled up, not just here, but alongside Indiana Jones. Parents wanted warning without prohibition. The MPAA responded by inventing a new category. One movie reshaped the system, judging everything after it. That kind of cultural force doesn't exist anymore. Fact number 19. Nobody expected it to last. No franchise roadmap, no sequel guarantees, just a strange Christmas film released when audiences still gathered together, and watching meant committing, not sampling. Practical effects scarred hands, editing bruised nerves. Performances carried discomfort without apology. Back when movies were events, Gremlins bit back and never let go. The lights came up. Laughter was uneasy. Outside, winter air cut sharp. This was a film made before comfort became policy, before safety softened edges. It survived because it refused to behave, because it trusted audiences to sit with unease. That trust is why it still lives, not as nostalgia, but as something sharp, waiting, teeth bared in shared memory.